Howdy folks, and welcome to another Taste of Gameplay video, this time for the American Tier 7 Premium Battleship, the USS Florida. As always, these videos are designed to give you a sample of the gameplay of the ship, not to be an exhaustive analysis. I recommend the Wargaming Wiki or other content creators. And for no ship in quite a while has that been more true than the Florida, because as I've mentioned before, I load into the game, I put all of the commanders and flags and equipment and such on these ships, but if I have never played them before, then what you are looking at is often the first, last, and only time that I have ever played that ship, and that is the case, I believe, with the USS Florida. I do not think I have ever played this ship, except maybe to take it into co-op once. I don't recall where I got it from, some kind of crate of some sort. I did do a little bit of research on it before I went into the game, and it seems that this is a bit of an odd little duck. It's a good ship, and I had a good game in it, but it's definitely a little bit confusing. So it has these 12 356s. The dispersion seems pretty good. I was warned that the penetration factor would be bad, and that seemed to have largely been somewhat true, but I wouldn't say it was that bad. It has pretty good range, and it has a spotting aircraft. And I was also told it has the best concealment of any Tier 7 battleship. I don't know if that's still true. But even if it is, it's not true by like a lot. I mean, the Yukon seemed like it had better concealment. But yeah, I mean, the concealment here is pretty good. So there's a temptation to kind of play it like a sniper, which is what you can see me doing. I basically pre-kited, which is a little annoying. And one of my teammates is actually going to get a little annoyed with me about it, and he has a point. I'm playing too conservatively here. Again, as I've mentioned before, I often play pretty conservatively in these videos because I want you to get a taste of the ship, and it doesn't do anybody any good if I blow up. Having said that, this is probably a little much. I think I'm actually going to get a Citadel on this Britannia, though. Now, admittedly, part of the problem is I'm not really a battleship main. I play probably cruisers the most and then destroyers after that. And I don't play a ton of Tier 7. So in addition to not being super familiar with the Florida, I'm a little at a loss about these ships I'm facing. I don't know much about the Britannia. I don't know what his armor is like, for example. But yeah, I mean, I had fun in the Florida. It seems like a solid Tier 7 battleship. 356 is a bit of an odd caliber for these guns. That means it only overmatches 24, which is not particularly great, even for Tier 7, I don't think. It's fast. I think it's 28 something, 28 point something base speed. This Helena is, as with all good players, he's really annoying because he's just going to hang out right there behind that island and none of us can get him. As Rodney is. To my defense, though, this Rodney is, I don't know what he is thinking. It's, I can't help you from way over here, buddy. I mean, I know what he wants me to do, and I am going to shoot at that Konigsberg eventually, but that's a really hard shot. Yeah. Nothing particularly gimmicky about this ship. It's got a defensive AA for what that's worth. Heals are perfectly fine and normal. I guess the way to play it is to go dark in between shots. It has a really long reload. It's 32 seconds, which, again, that's not my favorite style of gameplay. But I suppose one of the advantages is that you can go dark in between shots because you have so long between shots and you have such good concealment. So that makes sense to me. But yeah, it's got really good deck armor, 37 millimeters. The bow and stern are okay. They're 25, which is, I think, pretty normal for this tier. The Citadel seems like it would be pretty easy to hit, maybe even by mistake, because it has a really weak upper belt and then not much between that and the Citadel. I can't remember. I think I'm going to yoink this kill on the Colorado. But Yeah, we're going to completely dominate this flank. The other team's going to win the other flank, but they won't be able to press the advantage. This game moves a little slow, which is usually good for these long reload battleships. That's a good thing. I mean, as is always the case with every ship in the game, the longer you don't die, the more chances you have to get this dispersion to do something sensible, unlike that 3 overpens. Yeah. This is not a pushing ship, and I'm starting to be a little worried that I've pushed a little too far too fast. You do not want to be the point of the spear in a ship like this, and currently I am. But it's going to work out. I think this might be where I get a citadel on this Britannia. I mean, granted, he is extremely broadside, so that doesn't help. But he's turning away. He's turning out. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of luck in this game. Anybody who tells you different is lying to you. I mean, I can't say I planned that, right? And that Britannia, again, I don't know much about the armor of the Britannia, but he probably didn't feel like he deserved that. He's now going to be an easy target. I am taking way too much fire at this point, which is why I'm going to try to back off. And I guess that's where having good concealment does definitely come in handy. Good concealment and a long reload, because again, there's not much temptation to shoot, so you stay dark. That's a nice 8k damage on that low health battleship. Somebody please take care of him.
The ship is on fire. Concentrate fire on the
I debated putting out this fire. Am I gonna get that kill on that Britannia? Hey, I am. Alright, 2 kills for the Florida. Yeah, not a lot of health, 54,000. Not super great for this tier. So I can't just sit here and take damage. I've got to go dark. But I can't go dark because there's a destroyer in front of me. I think he's going to smoke up, though, and then I'll be able to go dark. But yeah, Florida, yeah, like I said, reasonably fast for tier 7, reasonably good concealment, lots of guns, not super high caliber, but, you know, they work. They work out okay. Yeah, I you know, again, these videos are not designed to be an exhaustive analysis. I played exactly 1 game, so I can't tell you if this is a good ship or whether you should get one. All I can do is show you this one specific game and show you that it performed well in this 1 game. But, you know, it's up to you to decide. I think I'm going to get a 2 badge in this one. I mean, we're going to win, and I'll get, I think, 3 kills. But, yeah. Spotter plane is nice. I always like the spotter plane, not just because you get that extra range, but because you also get that better camera angle. If you don't know about that, you definitely should explore that. When you zoom the camera in, you can hit the C key to switch the camera angle. Funny thing about World of Warships, they hide all these things. Like, I don't know where in the game it tells you that. I don't even remember where I learned that. But yes, if you're in a spotter plane and you zoom in, you can hit C to change your camera angle to a more overhead angle. Presumably it's the angle from the plane, I think is what they're trying to say, which I guess makes sense in a way. This Emerald is going to do a good job, and this Duca d'Aosta, I don't think he'll make this mistake twice. He's going to get super torped. He's going to make the choice to prioritize the cruiser here. Miss with all these torpedoes. I didn't realize the Emerald had this many torpedoes. Oh no, he did hit me with 1. Yeah, so I'm gonna get him. I mean, he can't avoid it. He's trying to get these torpedoes off, and he will get the torpedoes off, and he will sink his cruiser. It's possible I should have shot a little earlier. Maybe I could have saved my teammate there, but you know, you never know. It is what it is. Things are going to get a little boring here. I think I'm going to wait until we take out this Helena, and then I'm going to cut to the end because, you know, even at 28 knots, the Florida is better at repositioning than other tier 7 battleships, but still it's going to take me forever to get to the other end of the map. completely whiffed. He must have turned after he went dark. There's a couple players on the red team that seem to know what they're doing. It's always interesting. I guess I wouldn't call this a blowout. I mean, we're already at 11 minutes, so it's by definition not a blowout, but it's definitely a loss. And I mean, for them. And it's interesting because a couple of the players actually seem to play pretty well.
All forces.
But yeah, should you pick up the Florida? I don't know. I'm not sure I know enough after just one game to tell you. I had fun in it. It seems like a pretty good tier 7 battleship. Certainly doesn't seem bad. I hear the Citadel, like I said, the Citadel seems like it'd be pretty easy to hit, and it seems like that's what the internet tells me. That wasn't an issue in this game. Um, but I can see that being a problem against things like a Warspite or some other ships that have high caliber guns. I think if you got up tiered to tier 9, that would be a serious problem. But then, of course, that's true with almost every tier 7 battleship. That's just an issue with playing tier 7, especially playing a battleship. Armor's often bad. The ships are kind of slow. I guess the main advantage of a Florida in that situation is you could just kind of hang out at the back and use your spotter point and your range and just try and farm some damage on people without putting yourself in harm's way, because you're not going to last long against tier 9 battleships. But yeah, that's the USS Florida. Unlike its namesake state, it's not. I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say what I was about to say. I won't impugn the good name of Florida. Yeah, there we go. Victory. Victory for the USS Florida. Yeah, not a bad ship. I would say above average. Interesting to explore. Let's see. How did I do in terms of on the team? Yeah, not bad. Third from the top, 3 kills. Okay, that's it for this one. I will see you guys in the next video.